Hey everybody, so for the Algebra 1 Day 15 warm-up, we have to plot the points, and you can see all the points here, and they're in coordinates, in a coordinate plane. Then say which quadrant each point lies in. So before I do that, I'm going to do just a very quick review on coordinate planes. This is my x-axis, this is known as my y-axis, and when we're talking about quadrants, we can say that this is my quadrant number 1, and we use Roman numerals. So quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, and then quadrant 4. And then this right here is the positive y-axis, and this right here is the positive x-axis. That's where all the positive numbers lie in, while these are the negative. That's the negative x-axis, and then this is the negative y-axis. So now that we know all the positioning once again, let's see how we can plot some of these on this graph. So coordinates are really kind of like a step-by-step process in which we are going to do we're going to put a little point on the graph. Generally we're going to be given two numbers like this. This controls whether I move left or right. A negative number moves me left, positive number moves me right. And then this, the y, controls if I move up or down. Again, up if it's positive, down if it's negative. So we can do little arrows here, left or right, down or up. But it's always the x first. And when we want to plot some of these points, we have to start from the origin, the center. So let's see if we can plot A. A is negative 3 and 4, so that should be right here, and minus 3 and then 4 up here. B is 3 and 2, right there. C is 0 and 3. Now 0, because it's 0, it doesn't have a sign, I don't move anywhere from left to right, so I stay in the middle, and then I just go up 3 steps. So I'm going to be right on the positive y-axis. Then we have D, B, negative 1 and negative 4. It's down here somewhere, right there. And then negative 3 and 0, again we see this sort of thing happening. We move 3 to the left, and then y is 0, so we don't move anywhere up or down. We stay right there. And I keep forgetting to label all these points. Let me see if I can. This is C, that's D here, this is E. And then lastly we have F, which is 2 and negative 2. That's down here. So all of these points, which is actually just B, is in quadrant 1, point A is in quadrant 2, point D quadrant 3, point F quadrant 4, and these two are not in really any quadrant, E and C. They are on the positive y-axis and the negative x-axis. So hopefully that was a cool little review of what we already saw in probably 8th grade. Part B says evaluate the expression for the given value of x. So we're given an expression. This right here is negative 5 times x plus 8. Remember, that x is some number we don't know, but in this case they're telling us what that number is. So if I want to evaluate this expression, all I have to do is come over here and then replace that x with the number that I am being provided, which in this case is going to be 3. And then now that we have these numbers here, we can solve them. Negative 5 times 3 is 15. Sorry, negative 15 plus 8. And then this should be equal to negative 7. That's the answer for that one.